Good.
I'm not breath to say tambourine.
I know. I'm out of breath watching you.
Did everybody turn their phones off?
Yes.
Has everybody had a cocktail?
Yes.
Yes.
I should probably have
Who liked the
refreshed
shrimp
it.
dip?
I loved it.
You did
It was
not.
great.
Was
I
it
did.
tasty?
I loved it.
I mean more like maybe passive-aggressive behaviors.
No, I'm not
Things that you would do to people to drive them away.
Well, yeah, basically sabotage.
No, I
is indirectly
definitely don't do
breaking
that.
up. It's indirectly breaking up.
Messing
It's
it up.
avoiding.
Oh, no,
It's
definitely
avoiding
do not do
honestly
that.
saying, "Hey, you're not the right
That's
guy.
wrong.
I don't like you. I don't want to date you." So sabotaging it can be like, you know, in your mind, a nicer way to do it because maybe you turn the tables and make it look like you're not really that great of a lover, so they leave. You know.
That's passive aggressive.
Yeah, I misunderstood that question then, yeah. I would never do
No,
that.
I'm talking about like if you're in a relationship and
Right.
maybe you know that people get scared and all that
No,
in relationships and then they sabotage them along the way.
no, okay, I
I
misunderstood
think
you.
the fear comes is with not being with the right person. I think if you're with the right person, you're not going to be scared. But so many people want to try to cling to the relationship
Yeah.
idea because we all think we're supposed to be in one, and that's the ideal. That you know they live for that, but then they sense it's not right. But that's what they know. They want a relationship, so they don't really know. So they
Yeah.
just kind of screw it all
So
up.
they just get into the
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, they just get into the
That's
wrong
all.
relationship
See,
all
happens
the
all
time.
the
To
time.
be in
Yeah.
a
To
relationship.
be
Yeah,
in a
just to have a
relationship,
boyfriend because they think, oh,
Or
isn't it cute?
for
I can
sexual
run
needs.
around. Yeah, well,
Or,
yeah.
or the
Probably half of them,
companionship.
some of the guys I know that are these long couples, they don't even have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of those.
What's the point? Isn't that just like a best friend?
They're
Is
partners.
that a best friend?
They're partners.
They're partners.
They're partners to be
I don't
together.
want to just. I don't want to just be together.
Some
I
guys
want to
it
have
works.
sex with my.
No,
my
me
lover,
too. Some guys
you
it
know?
works for. It works
I want to
for.
have sex until the very end.
Thank you for joining us on today's episode. All right. What about you, Don?
Can you repeat the question?
I forgot which question was it.
God, I'm in a game
Sabotage?
show.
Sabotage. The sabotage question.
Oh,
For
sabotage.
20 points.
Yeah, sports for 200.
No, I'd like to think that I don't sabotage my relationships. I'm good with, you know, communicating and keeping it real and being honest. You know, and
Have you, at your tender young age,
Have I?
been in a
Oh.
long-term
He
relationship?
hasn't had sex yet.
He has not. He has to.
I did when I was his age.
I dated my ex-boyfriend for a couple of years.
I did it
and
for-
I
That's
didn't
long-term.
Did you?
Yeah, I dated him for just under 2 years. And I didn't sabotage that one, but I've sabotaged before. You know,
Get back to my dad.
And that would be the question then, why?
A
And what were you
couple-
trying to do? Just get
well, a
out of
couple
it?
of friendships. Yeah, I don't really know. But it was friendships, not with a boy. You know, but I've sabotaged relationships, but not like a romantic boy.
Uh-huh.
Not the boyfriend that I had for a couple years. So no,
Okay.
So you're single.
right now.
Alrighty. Husband,
You bet.
have you had a question? Or, I'm sorry, a response
Well, I
to the
guess
question?
that, you know, kind of following up on what Keith says, that, you know, perhaps there are a lot of people who date to be dating, and I guess that's the exact opposite of me. I think if anything, I'm too selective, and I have to be sure pretty much that we're going to be together for a long time before I even go on a serious date with somebody.
Yeah, or why bother? Why bother if it's not somebody that you're really getting a sense that, you know, why just, oh, let's do 6 months together and then break up and like, what, yeah, and then throw, you know, tear up all the
Well,
photos.
that's the
and-
honeymoon phase. That's when
Yeah.
everybody's on their good behavior, right?
No, it's more like 2 months.
Yeah, yeah, it's like, that's
not
a
6
week,
months.
that's a week.
Yeah.
That's a week
No,
and
6
5
months
hour.
honeymoon. Yeah. 5 hour.
But,
Explain for the camera what 5 hours.
5 hours
Not
are-
everyone has the luxury of living in Hollywood.
5 hour is our permit
Permit.
area in West Hollywood. Beverly Hills adjacent, it's as far west in West Hollywood as you can get.
Is it?
Yeah.
5 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're
Yeah.
real snooty about it.
Are we? I didn't know until today that it was like 5
Oh, he's a
hours.
big name
yeah.
dropper with this 5
I never knew. Now I'm going to start
All the
referring to it
time.
that way.
All the time.
Well, you don't need a permit, so that's
Yeah,
why you
you
have no
don't.
concept of permits. You just
Right.
park where
You
you
have a
want.
permanent parking spot on my street any day.
Thanks. I like that little tongue thing you do.
What do I
You
do?
do that little thing with your tongue. You also
Yeah,
do
you
this
did,
little
I
thing. You
noticed
do
it.
this.
What do I do?
You went like that.
Yeah,
Huh?
you do this thing. It's cute.
You like put your
He's
tongue up
cute.
between your teeth.
I do?
He's trying to sabotage our relationship.
I-
I can tell.
I'm not going to do anything.
Remember,
right.
he's a
Just
6.
doing it. Oh yeah, you're a 6.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
what's up.
He's barely over the middle.
No, I'm a 6.5, 7 then.
Okay, so this
Made to
question I
have.
think everybody is going to enjoy because I want to hear about what was the dating scene like back in the old days, back in your hometown. Now, you're from California. You're from North Dakota.
Montana.
Montana. Also, first.
They're
Okay.
close couple.
Well, his
Yeah.
house is in North Dakota now. but you grew
Cowboy
up in Montana. What a cowboy.
The dating years.
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
And New Jersey.
I'm New Jersey.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the question is, and I want to hear about the gay life in Nebraska. How do people find each other? It's not so easy, right? Or is it? You congregate at the Estee Lauder counter? I mean, what's going on? How does that, anybody want to?
Well, I think I think you just sort of, you just kind of sense it out, It's
But
you're,
where do you sense it out is the question.
well, gyms are always a popular
Home Depot.
place. Yeah, Home Depot. Well, actually in Omaha,
I hear about that.
Omaha there were gay bars, so that's kind of where you go. You go to the gay bars.
Probably like two.
Well, yeah, Omaha there were like 2 small bars and a club basically. But the club
Pretty
was
lame?
good.
Oh, it
No,
was
they
good?
were great. It was a lot of fun because that was the only outlet. It wasn't
Uh-huh.
like LA where, gays could do anything and everything in every part of the city and never go out or whatever. There was only basically nightclubs and bars. That's where you congregated every weekend, and yeah, you didn't hold back by the time Friday or Saturday night came. So it was fun, and that was pre-internet when I came out. So people didn't sit at home and meet online. They actually went out and met people in bars and clubs because that was the only place. So it was a pretty fun environment. There's not much to do in Nebraska besides drinking and partying and
Farming.
And being
and
gay,
other
apparently.
things. But yeah, I think that's the way that you would find it in Omaha where I was from. It's changed now too with the internet, but I think a lot of people that wouldn't normally go out and take the step to go into a gay bar can just sit at home behind a computer screen and meet people that way. But yeah, that's how it was when I came out.
All right. I forgot the question. Do you
So-
remember it?
That's a good question.
Are you asking what our experience was coming out?
Well, just
Just
how
coming
is it
out?
different? Like you're from a small town here in
Well,
California.
it wasn't that small. It was kind of like a mini Orange County, and there wasn't that many of us gay kids because I came out when I was 14, and there wasn't that many of us. But for me personally, it wasn't a struggle at all. Really, I mean, people was like, "Oh, I hate Temecula because Temecula is where I'm from." But me and a friend of mine, Carlos, we went down to San Diego to party. For me, it really wasn't that much of a struggle. I didn't really care. People said whatever they said. But I was just like, my mom was always supportive. My dad. So I didn't really struggle at all. I mean, me too. It was pre-internet, so we were like meeting online. Like, what is that? You just went out and met people. And I was in high school, so.
It was pre-internet? Wait.
No, people.
That's 4
no, I
years
mean,
ago.
but I was.
Wait, what?
But I was 14.
Uh-huh.
so
Right.
I,
Yeah, you didn't have a laptop at home at 14. Where
Well,
you
I
were
did, but I didn't use it. I just didn't. I didn't go on. Like, I wasn't that aware of gay sites and stuff like that. And Adam for Adam, people.
Adam for Adam?
It's a G site.
Oh,
It's on the G list.
got it. Let's see if
There's
they
all
want
sorts of
to be
sites.
one of our sponsors. How about Montana Cowboy?
Cut that out.
Well, I suppose since I'm the oldest one here, I mean, it was different then.
I don't
And
know, it's pretty old. He had a birthday.
I'm old.
He had a birthday 2 nights ago. He's catching up.
But I mean, for me, I guess it was nice that it was pre-HIV and everything. So there wasn't that whole stigma that kind of fell on homosexuality. And I guess that growing up the way that I did, and was always kind of the tastes that I had, and the fact that I was a piano player. I was in chorus, I played for the theater shows. So it was very, very easy for me to meet people. And one of the first guys I dated in high school was a professional model from New York City, and his family moved to Montana. And
Lucky you.
another guy, our class president, went to Harvard. And in a time when it was a big deal to wear a pink shirt to school.